Mr. Chaos podcast script, unpacking the complexities of the Charle Kirk assassination case. Welcome to today's episode, where we delve deep into the intricate and controversial details surrounding the assassination of Charle Kirk. This case has sparked intense debate, speculation, and a host of unanswered questions, particularly focusing on the weapon used, the rifle, and the inconsistencies in official reports. I'm your host, and over the next several minutes, we'll explore the key facts, conflicting narratives, and compelling theories that surround this tragic event. Introduction to the case and the rifle controversy. The assassination of Charle Kirk has been dissected from many angles, ranging from the shooter's alleged affiliations to the cryptic text messages exchanged leading up to the event. However, one crucial piece of the puzzle that often gets overlooked is the rifle itself. This isn't just about the weapon as a tool, it's about the inconsistencies in eyewitness accounts, FBI reports, and the technical feasibility of what was supposedly done with the rifle under the circumstances. There have been discrepancies in the pictures released, debates about the type of rifle, its optics, and even the physical evidence tied to the shooter, Tyler Robinson. Some experts and observers have questioned whether the rifle and its configuration align with how the shooting was carried out, or if some details have been misreported or manipulated. Understanding the rifle, specifications, and optics. Thanks to insights from firearms experts like Phil Hallway, we know that the rifle in question was equipped with a 4 to 8 times magnification scope, which experts say can make a target 200 yards away appear as if it were right in front of you. This level of zoom is within the capabilities of people who don't necessarily have specialized sniper training, so the optics themselves are plausible for the shooting scenario presented. However, there is a curious detail about a cardboard box appearing in some photos but not in others. Questions arise. Who placed that box there and why? Was it staged, or did it serve some purpose that we don't understand yet? Another significant technical point involves the rifle's eye relief, the distance between the shooter's eye and the scope. For the rifle used, the eye relief was reportedly too short. This is a big deal because when firing a rifle, the recoil causes the weapon to move backward, and if the eye relief is insufficient, the scope can hit the shooter's eye, potentially causing injury like a black eye. Tyler Robinson's mugshot, however, showed no such injury, which raises questions about whether he actually fired that rifle or if the scope was positioned differently than reported. Conflicting narratives and theories. There are several narratives circulating about the rifle and the shooting. 1. The official story. Tyler Robinson acted alone, fired the shot, and used the rifle as described by the authorities. However, many remain skeptical of this version, citing inconsistencies in evidence and behavior. 2. Robinson had assistance. This theory suggests Robinson was the shooter, but had help from others in planning or executing the attack, or possibly that the rifle belonged to someone else. 3. Robinson was not the shooter. Some propose that Robinson was framed or used as a scapegoat, with the rifle being planted to mislead investigators. This theory includes the possibility that evidence like clothing changes or security footage doesn't match Robinson's profile. 4. Communication and coordination. It is widely believed that Robinson communicated with others involved in the plot, which adds a layer of complexity in understanding the full scope of the event. One particularly intriguing point is that Robinson is said to have knowledge of firearms from a young age. This fact makes it less likely that he would have mounted the scope incorrectly or fired the rifle with a poor sight picture, as some have suggested to explain the absence of injuries consistent with the eye relief issue. The accessibility of the rooftop. Another frequently asked question is, how did Robinson access the rooftop so easily to take the shot? Thanks to detailed analysis and photographic evidence, it appears the rooftop was surprisingly accessible. The rooftop level was adjacent to an elevated walkway, separated only by a small guardrail, which could be easily jumped over. There was also a stairwell leading to this walkway, making it plausible for someone to get onto the roof without much difficulty. Exiting the rooftop was also straightforward, as Robinson was seen jumping down into a grassy area, minimizing his fall by climbing down before dropping. This ease of access is an important detail because it counters some narratives that suggest the shooting required extraordinary effort or planning to access the position. What happened after the shot? Video footage shows Robinson, or someone believed to be him, running across the rooftop immediately after the shot was fired. Some have speculated about the difficulty of disassembling the rifle quickly after firing. However, evidence suggests that Robinson didn't need to disassemble the rifle at all. He likely had it wrapped in a black cloth and simply fled the scene. An inconsistency arises regarding the tools found in the sniper's nest. There was a screwdriver present, but Robinson reportedly used an Allen wrench to disassemble parts of the rifle. This discrepancy adds another layer of mystery to the case. Robinson's choice of clothing, wearing all black, was arguably a tactical error because it made him more visible against the sky, which is counterintuitive for someone trying to remain concealed. The rifle's historical context and technical details. The firearm used was identified as a Mauser 98K chambered in .3006, a model famously used by German snipers during World War II. This rifle is known for its reliability, accuracy, and deadly firepower, especially at distances of 200 yards or less, the approximate distance from which the shot was fired. The rifle was equipped with a 5-round stripper clip and a 4x to 8x scope, which aligns with historical sniper configurations. This detail helps reinforce the idea that the weapon was capable of making an accurate shot at the distance involved in the shooting. Unanswered questions and theories to ponder. Despite the depth of analysis, many questions remain. Did Robinson actually fire the rifle? Was the rifle properly sighted and mounted, or was it repositioned after the fact? Who provided Robinson with the rifle, and were others involved in the planning or execution of the attack? Why do some physical and photographic evidence elements seem inconsistent? How many people were aware of the attack beforehand, given the chatter on social media and private chat groups warning of something big? The complexity of the case means we are only beginning to piece together the truth, and it's clear that more investigation is needed to resolve these inconsistencies. Conclusion: seeking the truth amidst uncertainty.